$18 million West Bridge project begins in May. Ground Floor playing field officially opens, and Dominica's first chief minister laid to rest. Thank you for joining us on another edition of National Focus. I'm Mervin.
And I'm Kerdisha. Stay with us for details of the headline stories after this.
A picture is worth 1,000 words. Got it? Taking care of us can be so easy.
Take good care of the children.
Thank you for staying with us. Phase 1 of the Roseau Enhancement project begins in May 2016. On Friday, the Labour Party administration held a groundbreaking ceremony for the reconstruction of the West Bridge. Hundreds of Dominicans showed up for the occasion. GIS's Kimani Seja and Lurian Graham Carter were there and filed this report.
Lurian, 2 or so general elections ago, the Prime Minister of Dominica, Dr. Roosevelt Skerrit, and the Dominica Labour Party administration promised the people of Dominica that they were about to take Dominica to the next level. And we can say today that we just witnessed one of the things that the Prime Minister and his administration were speaking about when they made that promise. We just saw the groundbreaking for the reconstruction of the West Bridge.
Yes, Kimani, and we know that this is just the first phase of the Roseau Enhancement project, which is also a plan that the Labour Party administration have, and we are seeing it right before our eyes. The Prime Minister said that Dominica is going to be the darling city of the Caribbean, and we are so excited to see this really taking place right before our eyes.
Yes, and a number of persons, a number of people turned out here to witness this groundbreaking ceremony.
To many naysayers, this project may appear to have taken a long time to reach the stage of commencement. This afternoon, I defend this by saying that is because we wanted to ensure that what we construct for the people of Dominica is best suited to their needs. When we said post-tropical storm Erica that we would build back better, we also meant build back more attractively and also more modern. The city is not going to be transformed overnight, but today the process is starting. I will have much more to say about this later in the year and in my independence message to the nation. But I merely wanted to whet your appetites this evening and to set you thinking along the lines of how, in 6 short years, we can make Roseau the true darling city of the Caribbean. So this evening, ladies and gentlemen, we're not here merely to witness the start of construction of a new bridge and the much needed river wall rehabilitation. We are here also to signal a determination to forge ahead with the modernization of our city that will lead to an improved and enhanced experience for pedestrian and motorized commuters.
Okay, Kimani, NSG Management Services, Technical Services Limited, Ian Fields, said that this bridge will in fact be 4 meters longer, higher, and to international standards, which is what we really aspire for our bridge to be safer for the Dominican people, especially following Tropical Storm Erica.
Yes, and the Prime Minister also spoke about, when he spoke about building better and stronger after Tropical Storm Erica, these are some of the things that we would need to take into consideration. But another thing that he added is that not only is the bridge going to be better and stronger, but it's also going to be more attractive.
We can all recall and our memories refreshed by looking across the river, the destruction suffered by our neighbors as a result of Tropical Storm Erica. Therefore, in addition to the demolition and reconstruction of the West Bridge, The project will also include the rebuilding of St. Johnston's Avenue and a river wall, as well as associated drainage works along that road. Also, the dredging of the Roseau River between the Dominica Friendship Bridge and the EC Low Black Bridge is also included in this project. The new West Bridge, as we have heard, has been designed to accommodate 2 lanes. The total cost of this project, which is expected to last 12 months, is roughly $18.2 million.
This is the first major project for Senator the Honorable Miriam Blanchard, who is the new Minister for Public Works. The Honorable Prime Minister did thank Honorable Ian Pinard and Honorable Blanchard and the staff of the ministry for working and for planning and for coordinating and bringing...
And for executing this plan so quickly, because they never expected it to go through so quickly.
Exactly, yes. And she said that, you know, she wanted the people, especially living along the banks, to continue exercising patience. She knows that they have been patient over the last 8 months after Tropical Storm Erica destroyed some of their homes. So she's just asking them to remain a little bit more patient as the work continues over the next 12 months, and they will have a better structure and their homes will be more or less protected.
I would like to single out those along the banks of the Roseau River whose properties and living spaces were damaged as a result of the flooding caused by the passage of the storm last August. You have endured the inconveniences with magnanimity, and I can promise you that you will be rewarded for your patience with an environment that not only considerably enhances your safety, but one which will make you and all Dominicans proud because of its architectural beauty. In the spirit that there is no gain without pain, I plead for your continued understanding and patience during the period of construction, when the traveling public and residents of this area in particular will be called upon to endure more inconveniences.
Reporting from the West Bridge, I am Lurian Graham Carter.
And I'm Kimani Sergeant for GIS News.
Our thanks to Kimani and Lurian for that report. In other news, Sunday, April 24th was an exciting day for residents of Grand Forks as their much-anticipated playing field was officially opened. Last year, Honorable Parliamentary Representative for the constituency, Ivor Stevenson, handed over an over $146,000 check to the Village Council for the completion and continuation of 15 projects in the communities of Grand Forks, Rivière-Syriac, and Mont Jean. One of the major projects was the Grand Forks playing field. Now, 10 months later, Honorable Stevenson is proud to have the playing field officially opened to the public.
Today we began the services with a church service at the Grand Forks Roman Catholic Church. We had the Honorable Prime Minister, Roseau, and other members of Cabinet, namely the Minister for Sports and Culture, also the Minister for Education, Minister for Culinary Affairs, and also the Minister for Agriculture, who came here to give much support as Cabinet members to recognize this official launch. Throughout the day, we are going to have a number of sporting activities. But just before that, I must say too, we had the various speeches by various ministers and the Prime Minister, where we highlighted the achievements by way of the historical trend that led up to this day where we are commissioning the playing field. And throughout the day, we are going to have a number of activities in sports, namely in football, in cricket, in volleyball, basketball, rounders. There will be also a number of activities for the children. We have the bouncing castle, we have lime and spoon, bag race, tug of war, and a whole heap of various sporting activities that we hope to climax as the day unfolds.
The Honorable MP notes that the playing field is an essential part of the community's development.
I want to say that this day is a very important day for the people of Grand Forks, in that we recognize that that new playing field will help to continue to improve the sporting skills of our various people from Grand Forks. Grand Forks over the past years have had a number of persons who have been involved in the various sporting disciplines, namely in football and cricket, persons like Wayne Phillip and Chad Phillip in cricket, and a number of persons in football. And we recognize that as we are leading up to our day of achievement, that is come May 1st, 2015, when we'll have our big grand day for Grand 4 Achievement Day, we today are observing that achievement of the commissioning of a new playing field. So I want to thank the people of Grand 4 for their continued support, and also I want to thank the Grand 4 Village Council, the Achievement Committee, and also the committee that was necessary for planning the commissioning of the playing field for their hard work to take us where we are thus far.
The Honorable Minister for Sports, Justina Charles, revealed that the much-awaited field was a promise kept by the government of Dominica.
There was a request made for the development of the playing field because where they played earlier was right by the school, which was the condition there was really poor. So I think government purchased some land to develop the playing field, and we've spent in excess of $600,000 for the development of the playing field only. That does not include purchase of land. So we've developed it on different phases, and what we saw today is the commissioning of the playing field. And I really want to thank the people of Grand Fond for their level of tolerance and understanding, because it meant that they were out of commission. The field definitely was out of commission for a while, because they were advised not to play on it until the grassing and everything.
The Honorable Minister reiterated the need for playing facilities in developing a well-rounded youth.
And I think it's something that is good for the community of Grand Fond, because we know in Grand Fond we had quite a few talented footballers, cricketers from Grand Fond, and so it gives them an opportunity to develop their talent further. And we also think it's something good for our young people, so that we can engage them in positive activities. And basically that is one of the things that we try to do, to provide the facility so that the young people, young and old, can engage themselves in physical activity. We also know the development of playing fields is also to encourage our seniors and those who are not able to run to do some physical activities, to brisk walking, that will help in managing some of the chronic non-communicable diseases that we have. So really the field is not just for the young people, but it's for the entire population.
The Honorable Prime Minister, Dr. Roosevelt Skerrit, joined his ministers for a friendly game of football.
What we would like, though, as the Ministry of Sport, is to ensure that the people of the area can claim ownership for the building, for the playing field, and so they can assist in maintaining and the upkeep of the playing field. Very often that our people ask for the facilities, and when they are given the facilities, they do not always take care of it. So we want them to continue to participate. Yes, we will help, but we want them to participate in the maintenance of the playing field. I really wish that the facility, out of that, we will see more sportsmen and women coming out of there and out of Grand Fond and representing Dominica nationally and internationally.
In more news, Dominica's first Chief Minister, the late Franklin Barron, was laid to rest on Saturday. Among those attending the state funeral last weekend was His Excellency the President of Dominica, Charles Savre, and Mrs. Savre, the Honorable Prime Minister, Dr. Roosevelt Skerrit, the Honorable Speaker of the House, Alex Boyd Knight, and honored members of Parliament, as well as family and friends. Barron, who was born on 17th January 1923, was Dominica's first Chief Minister. He held that position from January 1st, 1960 to January 17, 1961. Barron was a successful businessman who owned the Paramount Printers and was the former owner of the Chronicle newspaper. He was the father of Francine Barron, Minister for Foreign Affairs in the Roosevelt Skerrit administration. Frank Barron died at the Princess Margaret Hospital on April 9, 2016. His body was laid to rest at the Roseau Roman Catholic Cemetery. You're watching National Focus. More when we return.
I had a bleeding disorder that I did not know about, and they had to be transfusing me continuously. I got 56 units.
Being there at the blood bank, I was like, yo, I'm actually saving someone's life.
You never know when you can go.
Give blood. I have done it, and believe it or not, it don't hurt.
I won't be scared. I'll give. You know you're gonna give blood. I'll make sure she does.
Sit down at the blood bank in a comfortable environment for 45 minutes.
Helping people.
You are stimulating your body to make brand new cells.
You get free cookies, you get juice.
Glad to know your blood group. Feels good.
I felt as a better person.
It's a good thing to be alive, and I can thank God that I'm there and I'm enjoying life.
Welcome back. The Honorable Minister for Public Works and Ports, Senator Miriam Blanchard, gave a forecast of the projects tendered to the tune of $7 million to begin soon. Senator Blanchard spoke at the groundbreaking ceremony of the West Bridge on Friday, 22nd April. There, she revealed some 30 projects to commence after Erica hit Dominica with an over $1 billion blow of infrastructural damage.
I would like to share with you today that the staff of the Ministry of Public Works and Ports has been extremely busy since the passage of the storm. In fact, in the last month, 30 small and medium-sized projects were tendered, totaling in excess of $7 million EC dollars. And we expect to continue the signing of contracts to execute these works as early as next week. In general, these works at the community level will focus on the construction of retaining walls, river dredging, and the pavement of roads.
Honorable Blanchard also announced that in the next few days, signing of an implementation contract for construction of the York Valley Bridge will take place.
This project will be grant financed through the generosity of one of the government's strongest allies, the government of the People's Republic of China. Once that contract has been signed, works will follow in approximately 4 months. Additionally, the planning phase of the West Coast Rehabilitation Project to address the damage of the infrastructure in that part of the island continues. This project too will be financed from grant funding from the government of the People's Republic of China.
The Honorable Senator stated that significant employment will be generated by this project, as the contractor has assured the government of Dominica that local skills and talents will be used as much as possible. Additional projects were also mentioned.
Another major project expected to commence soon will focus on road restoration and river defenses west of the Hillsborough Bridge. For this project, the tender process is ongoing.
The Ministry of Commerce, Enterprise and Small Business Development is in the process of developing a policy to guide the framework within which small and medium-sized businesses operate in Dominica. In a recent interview with GIS News, the Honorable Minister for Commerce, Rosalind Paul, explained that the initiative will result in improved effectiveness and efficiency in the small business sector.
We are also in the process of developing a draft policy on MSMEs in Dominica, and which is informed by a wider regional project in for a sort of a harmonized policy on MSME. So while this is happening regionally, it is informing what we are doing right here in terms of policy development and also development of legislation on MSME. There's also an ongoing project with the OAS on Small Business Development Center, which we call that is really having this policy, having this legislation that guides the process or you operate within, but also empowering, like having a central location where people can come for business counseling, business to address their individual business needs.
The Honorable Minister believes that this framework will assist in building the enabling environment for advancing business development in Dominica. Among other things, the policy will address business registration and grant support. Generally, she says the aim of the ministry is to improve the ease of doing business in Dominica.
The vision of the ministry is to ensure that we are the driver that will fuel business development in Dominica. Yes, that's our mission, to be the driver of economic activities related to business and enterprise development. Yeah.
And that's news. McPherson St. Luce is up next with the Creole highlights.
Allô tout le monde, bienvenue à cette nouvelle en créole. Non, moi, c'est McPherson St. Luce. Premièrement, travail pour bâtir West Bridge en Roseau qui commence le mois prochain. Gouvernement a awardé compagnie NSG pour travail projet $18 millions. En cérémonie pour place vendredi qui passé, où la groundbreaking chain pour signifier travail commencé. Premier ministre Honorable Dr. Roosevelt Skerritt fait parole qui l'argent pour financer le projet là qui a tombé en bas programme Citizenship by Investment. Ministre pour investissement Honorable Dr. John Colin McIntyre fait parole à ce compte gouvernement qui a concerné le projet là.
Aujourd'hui, c'est un gros jour pour nous, avec ce gros jour pour Dominique, mais c'est un gros jour pour mon Roseau aussi. Parce que Roseau, c'est une belle ville, une belle cité. Roseau n'est pas live qui a passé. Passer à mitaille avec Roseau besoin en l'eau. Roseau c'est une place qui est en street tout ce qu'elle est ça. Mais aujourd'hui ça nous qu'a fait un neuf port à Roseau. Où ça qui passait des ma qui passait Tesla tropical storm t'est venu et ben foutre Roseau gros blast. C'est toute la rivière Dominique t'est levé mauvais. Et bien, vous commencez à descendre à la mer. Mais là, vous avez des années, vous avez un damage. Now, Roseau, ça y est, Queen's River ou Roseau River, c'est un gros rivière. C'est une rivière qui est bien fort. Et bien là, il est passé, j'ai sorti toutes ces places-là à Loda, Trafalgar, pour descendre, tout Buffet State, Focani, toutes places, toutes les bases, il a fait damage. Et bien, ça, il fait à Mita, Gel. La mer, il fait un lourd damage. Il foutait un pont blas à côté stadium là. Il descend là, il foutait. Ça c'est même pas nous qu'à parler actuellement, nous qu'à manger. Et bien il foutait un blas aussi côté proche chinois aussi. Mais il y a deux bouts. C'est pour ça, c'est vieux port. C'est port qui fait taquer quand passé. Mais aujourd'hui nous disons ça c'est Dominique les papatés. Et bien, Premier ministre, M. Skerritt, toujours qu'a dit comme si il est fait un bon bité pour Roseau, parce que le gouvernement peut passer. Et bien tout le monde a quitté Roseau comme ça. Mais Roseau passe à rester comme ça, parce que moi-même, la montée plus jeune, je vais vivre à Roseau tout, parce que la montée à l'écouter toutes ces catholiques, tout ce qui est passé, parce que moi, les SMA. Mais nous devons toujours venir là, regarder. Mais actuellement, là, regarder ça, Terry Custom, Erika, fait pour ça, match jeté à terre. Et aujourd'hui, nous avons qui est un groundbreaking ceremony. Et bien, la cérémonie, ça, pour comme si des $18 millions pour nous faire un neuf port.
En autre nouvelle, une délégation en Inde est arrivée en pays pour commencer le travail en programme Center of Excellence qui a conduit en State College Dominica. Parole celle-là sur le ministre Telecoms, Honorable Kelvin Daru.
Nous avons trois noms indiens qui sont venus au Dominique. Ils sont venus samedi. Et puis, ça y est, fait. Yo c'est trainers là pour Center of Excellence. Yo venir en month in advance pour yo faire bagay yo pour yo parler et puis ces monde là avec tout bagay ça là. Et puis nous tous connaître gouvernement nous faire un Center of Excellence ICT au State College Dominic. Et puis laisser book là venir. Ça yo ka faire encore. Ils pour venir parler et puis c'est mon en hot ministry là, c'est mon hot state college là. Et puis ils ont préparé pour classes hot ICT pour tous les monde Dominique qui ni pour aller hot center excellence là. So moi je dis bien merci pour le gouvernement indien et puis ils partenaire et puis nous pour faire biter ça là travail et puis c'est un bon biter hot ICT hot Dominique.
Et puis finalement, programme pour cochon qui a produit un abattoir qui a commencé. Parole ça sorti un manager opération, M. Michael Etienne.
Le programme pour cochon qui a commencé la semaine dernière. Donc, il a commencé à tuer cochon avec comment on a dit ces gens-là, nous ne pouvons pas faire un bagage qui va. Nous faisons tout bagage travail avec tout bagage travail. Il travaille bien. So, pour ce moment là, donc il commence à tuer ces cochons, et bien nous allons la place là, j'ai dit moins, il y a pour 20 là, nous tuer.
Messieurs, mesdames, ça c'est tout pour nouvelles en Creole pour à présent. Non, moi c'est McPherson Luce. Au revoir.
Before we go, here are a few announcements. The Division of Agriculture's Plant Protection and Quarantine Services wishes to remind exporters and importers of agricultural produce of the following. Importers must apply for and receive an import permit 5 working days prior to the arrival of the consignment. Consignments must be free of pests, properly packaged, and accompanied by a phytosanitary certificate. This certificate is valid for only 1 consignment. Exporters, you should apply and obtain a valid import permit from the country to which they are exporting. Produce should be clean, free of pests, and packaged in approved fresh produce boxes for export. Every consignment must meet the requirements of the importing country. Every consignment must be inspected by a quarantine inspector who will then issue a phytosanitary certificate. For more information, please contact the Division of Agriculture, Botanic Gardens in Roseau. Let us continue to work together to safeguard our fresh produce trade. The Cultural Division and the National Cultural Council present Dumfesta 2016 from April 29 to June 4. Celebrating the Dream, a dance concert by Whitey Kubuli Dance Company is on at the Arok House of Culture April 29 to 30 from 8 p.m. Join the International Jazz Day music session at the Roseau Public Library on April 30th from 10 a.m. to 12 noon. On May 4, it's the opening of the Dumfesta Art Exhibition with live music starting from 7 p.m. at the Old Mill Cultural Center. Then on the weekend of May 6, 7 and 8, the New Dimension Theatre presents a play Not Until at Arok House of Culture from 8 p.m. Watch out for more Dumfesta events in further announcements. Residents of Roseau Central, Grand Form, Monjon, Rivière-Syriac, Penville and Vacas are asked to take note that the National Pest and Termite Company will be fogging your areas in the early mornings or evenings on the following days. Please leave windows and doors open. On Tuesday, April 26th in the Roseau Central, Wednesday 27th in Grand Form, Monjon and Rivière-Syriac, and on April 28th, Penville and Vacas. Coming up next, your tip of the day.
Eat whole wheat porridge, whole wheat bread, and oats. They all contain soluble fiber, which is good for diabetes, cholesterol, and obesity. Whole grains are also rich in chromium, which is mostly deficient in diabetics.
And that's all for this edition of National Focus. We always welcome your suggestions and comments. Drop us an email at gis@dominica.gov.dm or visit our website news.gov.dm.
Like our Facebook page, facebook.com/GIS Dominica, and follow our Twitter at GIS Dominica. You can also catch up on past National Focus newscasts on our GIS Dominica YouTube channel. Live streaming is also now available 24 hours a day. From all of us here on the GIS News Production team, I'm Kerdisha St. Louis.
And I'm Mervin Matthew. Thanks for watching and join us again next time for National Focus.